But I called the analyst who for like a top four bank and asked them, I was like, hey, like, did you see this like Jeffree Star video, for ELF? And like, who's Jeffree Star? And
Yep.
like sometimes I forget just how old school all of Wall Street is. Like, obviously they're not watching, makeup tutorials on YouTube, like because they have, they have professional professional life and
Yep.
professional jobs, right? And so that's not what they do at their time. And I've been doing this for so long, and it's still like it's 2025 now, and I'm still talking about reading comments on TikTok, and still to this date, these I know these guys. Like I know they're still not doing this. You can still get an edge over them if you look where others aren't looking for your alpha. So I
And
know that's a long-winded answer, but
no, but that's perfect because it answered so many questions I was gonna ask. So that was excellent. And is it really about training yourself? Because to look at the examples you gave, Elf, the Chuggington show, like you said, that's not stuff that traditional Wall Street's gonna be paying attention to. It's geared more towards women or kids, a different almost clientele than a lot of the stuff that they're probably focused on and recognize in their day-to-day lives. Is that a lot of what you try to do, or is that just kind of a
uh,
byproduct of the stuff you see?
so early on, I would say the easier opportunities were in underrepresented, I don't want to say underrepresented demographics as it relates to Wall Street.
Right.
So female, youth, non-white, anything that looked different than the average person who was working on Wall Street. th that was like the polar opposite of when I was garage selling. When I was garage selling, I'm looking for male items.
Right.
I'm trading now, ironically, looking the exact opposite. And so early on, I would become, God, I spent so much of my life laser focused on female trends and youth trends and, trends that were happening, surfacing from different cultures and, different races. And because they tend to be slow to pick up on those things because it's just naturally foreign to them. But that said, it's not really all about that. Like this methodology and this type of discovery is applicable to every industry category. I'm going to give you an example of the
Sure.
opposite of everything I'm telling you right now. Like this phone, the first iPhone is the most male, or I mean, it's a phone, right? It's technology. It's not like some fashion trend. And the fact that Wall Street was so, I wrote, when I wrote my book, Laughing at Wall Street, this is like back in 2010, well before Market Wizards. Um, I had a whole chapter, I think, like a whole chapter about Apple, or most of a chapter about Apple and the iPhone, because Wall Street, I mean, excuse me, Apple didn't do a deal with AT&T in the first, no, excuse me.